This is the WJTS News. In the news tonight, farmer escapes injury-free from combine fire. Huntingburg Fire Department makes several runs. Two-vehicle accident puts two people behind bars. Kurt Guxell will be in with sports, and our WJTS Informed segment continues. All to come on WJTS TV News. Good evening, I'm Jenna Schaffer with the news. A farmer miraculously escaped injury-free after his combine caught on fire Wednesday evening. Mel Minke was harvesting soybeans near Holland Road East and 500 West around 5 p.m. Wednesday night. Someone passing by told him smoke was coming from the back of the combine. Holland Fire Chief Adam Chambers says the combine was already engulfed in flames by the time they arrived. It took around 2 hours for firefighters to put out the flames on the combine and to put out the fire that had spread into the field. Chambers says the combine's value was around $100,000 and is a total loss. No injuries were reported. Two people are behind bars after a two-vehicle accident involving a semi on Wednesday afternoon. Jasper police responded to the 3700 block of Newton Street, just south of Walmart, at around 5:30 p.m. Officers say that 30-year-old Samantha Striegel of Jasper was driving southbound on Newton Street when she went left of center, striking a semi driven by 43-year-old Stephen Davis of Chicago. The semi has about $3,000 in damages, and Striegel's vehicle is a total loss. Davis was not injured. Striegel complained of clavicle and arm pain and was transported to Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center in Jasper. Police later learned Striegel had an outstanding warrant out of Dubois County and was under the influence of drugs while driving on a suspended license. A male individual, identified as 31-year-old Matthew Cronin, a friend of Striegel, ran onto the scene and interfered with the investigation. Officers warned Cronin and walked him off the scene. Cronin soon returned and began yelling at first responders. Both Striegel and Cronin are booked into the Dubois County Security Center. Striegel is charged with possession of a hypodermic syringe or needle, operating a vehicle while intoxicated, possession of a controlled substance, and driving while suspended. Cronin is charged with resisting law enforcement, disorderly conduct, and refusing to leave an emergency scene. Another boil advisory is in effect for Holland residents until further notice. Holland is under the advisory due to a loss in water pressure. Residents are urged to boil their water for at least 5 minutes before using it to drink or cook. The Meet the Candidate for the city of Rockport is postponed. The Meet the Candidate event that was originally scheduled for Thursday evening tonight will have a new date within the next day or two. We will report on a new date and time when it becomes available. Indiana's August unemployment rate fell to its lowest level in 18 months. According to the Indiana Department of Workforce Development, the state's jobless rate decreased last month to a preliminary 3.3% from a 3.4% back in July. The rate in Indiana has not been this low since February of 2019, where it stood at 3.3% for 3 months in a row, starting in December 2017. The number of Hoosiers filing for unemployment benefits also dropped last month to 14,048. This is the lowest amount in a single month so far this year. Holiday World lending a helping hand to local CASA chapters in a huge way. The amusement park is donating over $74,000 to CASA chapters in Dubois, Perry, and Spencer counties. Last week, the park had some technical difficulties, so officials lowered the admission price to $10 and decided to donate the money to CASA chapters. Normal operations and pricing will resume at Holiday World on September 28th and run through October 27th. The Southwestern Indiana Child Advocacy Center Coalition, or SWAT, held 2 sessions on Wednesday to help the public become more aware of online grooming and solicitation. The director of SWAT, Tammy Lampert, explains why this event is so significant to the community.
We're hoping the rise in the number of cases that the public is seeing and the arrests and things like that is we're hoping that more victims are feeling that they can come forward. And, again, it's not that there's more child abuse today than there was before. I think that we are just as a society hopefully talking more about it.
Dr. Daryl Turner from Turner Forensic Psychology is a national presenter. Turner spoke at both the 9 a.m. session and the 6 p.m. session at the Huntingburg Events Center. Both sessions were similar in nature, with Turner presenting shocking statistics, talking about case studies, and answering questions from the audience. Stay tuned. Weather, sports, and our WJTS Informed segment are coming up next on 18 WJTS.